I wasn't planning on making this video, but it turns out I just need it this week. I have been under the weather, and honestly, all I want is a duvet day. But life doesn't always allow that. I still have to get up and face the world. Feeling sick, but still needing to look presentable is something we can all relate to. So today I'm sharing my go-to ritual to help me look fresher, brighter, and a little more alive, even when I don't feel it. These are the steps that help me fake it till I make it. First stop, the shower. Okay, I'm definitely feeling more awake. I still have a headache the size of Texas, but I'm a bit more alert. I'm alive anyway. And here's my little secret. I finish with a cold blast of water, even though it's painful. And trust me, it's only in case of emergency. I definitely don't do that every day. And I know it's nothing new or earth-shattering, but when you need a jolt, when you need to wake up, it's better than caffeine. I find a few seconds is just enough to get the blood going. And speaking of caffeine, there is always caffeine. I can't even start a day without coffee. Then comes my absolute best trick. I use ice globes. Now these particular ones are by Dermaworks, but even chilled spoons straight from the freezer will work just as well. It depuffs, it increases circulation, it brightens, it just tricks my face into looking way more awake than I actually feel. So I prefer to roll as opposed to pull because it would drag on my skin. I don't have any skincare yet on, so the last thing I want to do is drag my skin. Oh my gosh. My absolute favorite thing in the whole wide world to do is this. And I just leave them there. Oh my gosh. You guys, this just feels amazing. I could just sit here for 5 minutes. This is really good for tension. It's really good if you have a headache. I mean, I cannot tell you how good this feels. I did have one pair. I think this is my third or fourth pair because I break them. I leave them in the freezer for too long. I had one pair that had little rubber handles on it, so your hands didn't get as cold. But these, however, this is not nearly as cold as this, so that's great. I don't have to wrap them in kitchen roll or anything. Oh my gosh. It is so refreshing. It's like hitting a reset button. And it works for hangovers too. If you haven't tried this before, you are in for a treat, whether you're sick or not. When you're unwell, hydration is everything. I mean, inside and out. Now, I always start with a big ass glass of water. In fact, you will never see me without one of these. I am an ice queen. Ice water queen, not like cold heart.
An ice queen? No.
Aw. In fact, there's been a new addition to my water routine too. So this guy, which is called the Une V Solution, is a booster that makes water 10 times more intercellularly hydrating. And it helps deliver nutrients more efficiently. I just use a half little capful into my water in the morning. And trust me, I need all the help I can get today. Then I move on to the skincare. This is all about layering, and this is all about layering hydrating stuff because I feel dull right now. And I want juicy, happy skin. I mean, I know I want it every day, but I actually need it on days like today. I always start with a mist. This is Maysama's Green Rooibos Hydrating Mist. If you know, you know. Actually, I need to put something on my lips. They're so dry. They're so dry. This one's by Clarins. I have used it for years. It always sits in my top drawer. And I run out, I start again. Don't know what it's called, but I'll make sure it's in the list down below. So next up is an essence. I need the extra layers. I just do. And you guys, this is the new one from Allies of Skin. It is called the Founder's Essence 56 Ellagic and PAD Light Reflecting Fluid. I got this about 5 months ago when I was an Allies event, and I haven't been allowed to talk about it. And let me tell you, that is hard. It's packed with 56 actives, including antioxidants to fade pigmentation and an azelaic acid derivative to calm redness and smooth texture. And as it mentions in the name, it is light reflecting. Basically, it's bright, glassy skin in a bottle, doing really good things for your skin. So this launched like 3 days ago and it's like Nick made it just for me. I am absolutely obsessed. I would bathe in this if I could. It's light but thick all at the same time. Oh. Believe me, when your face needs a drink of water, I just keep putting it on. I probably don't need to. Gonna chalk it up to being sick. Yeah, that is so good. Look at that. Okay, next I'm going in with the serum. She is new and she is a multitasker. This is the C, as in the C, vitamin C serum from Mara. It's like a serum and an oil had a baby. So when I want an antioxidant coupled with serious nourishment and hydration that actually lasts, this is perfect. It's actually made with Irish seaweed. So how happy does that make me? The consistency on this is just gorgeous. And of course, I take all my products down the neck and the chest to the tits, right? Isn't that what they say? Okay. Oh my gosh, that is so nice. Okay, look at that. I'm feeling bouncy already. Looks like I have a bit of life in me, doesn't it? This is the fake it till you make it I'm talking about. Yeah, that makes me happy. For the eyes, I am doubling down. I'm going to use both a gel and a cream. I know. Desperate times call for desperate measures. But you guys, my eyes hurt. I'm starting with the Black Tulip Eye Treatment by Bloom Effects. It has stem cells, rosemary leaf extract, peptides, and caffeine. Sort of everything you want in an eye product. But what is so great is this little applicator. This little roller is almost as good as the ice globes without the freezer. I mean, even if you don't keep it in the fridge, which is what I generally do. Like, it almost starts to wake you up just on its own. This is what I usually use in the evening, actually. I just find it so lovely before bed. I need more today. So we're doing more. Oh my gosh, that feels so good. So I give that a few minutes to kind of sink in. Oh gosh, that is just a bit of luxury is what that feels like. And speaking of luxury, if I have the luxury of time, I would use my Dew eye masks. These are reusable eye masks. I think they're called the Forever Eye Masks. And I would just place these on top. And I do this a few times a week in the morning while I'm doing my workout. Now, obviously, I won't be doing it on a work day like today. But if I have an extra 15 or 20 minutes, it makes such a difference to the plumpness under the eyes. It's a little miracle worker. And let me tell you, I think I've had that same set for 2 years and I haven't even had to replace them. They're so good. So then I apply my OneSkin eye supplement, which contains the OS1 peptide, which kills senescent cells. Now, I just did a video on this last week. If you want to hear more about OneSkin, I'll try to put a video up here and I will also link it down below. That is like the double espresso shot for my eyes. But they are feeling plumper and more alive. So then I need to lock all of this in with the Juicy Moisturizer. This is a really small routine for me because I don't have the patience, the will, or any of it to do anything more. I've missed a whole bunch of stuff in my regular routine, but this is what I'm able to manage on a day when I don't want to do anything. So this is Educated Mess's Sake Balm. It is my go-to. I love her. She is super bouncy and fluffy, but really hydrating all at the same time. Such an absolute joy to use. Now, I don't think you can get it on this side of the pond, so I'm getting a little nervous as my stash starts to go down. A couple of her products they're not selling over here yet, though it's getting better. I know some of them you can get, and some of them I hope are on the way. I keep harassing Alex because I need more. I need more. Yeah, like that's just... Yeah. Okay, see? This stuff is starting to work. I'm starting to feel better. Isn't that good, babe?
Yeah.
Grumpy Mary is awful, would you say?
Uh-huh.
Do I just suck at work if I'm not in a good mood?
Oh, you're never grumpy.
Aw, so sweet. I'm only grumpy to him. Bless his little heart. Can't be mean to the clients, right? That would be awful. And then, of course, we have to finish with the sunscreen because we always do. I just love Beauty of Joseon's Relief Sun Rice and Probiotic because it's hydrating and it's layerable, right? It's just so nice. It's lightweight, but I like it more than the light version. They do have a light version that launched this year and I prefer this one just because it is hydrating, but it's still thin. So this is the one that I continue to buy. I'll use that one up. Actually, I'll give it to Gary. I think he'll like it. You will. Like, do you really care, babe?
Oh.
No. You're protected, and that is all that matters to me. Okay, the only salvation I have right now is that my skin feels good. It doesn't feel as bad as the rest of me feels, as my head feels, as my body feels. It's thanking me, and it just makes me feel so much better when my skin feels good. Is that weird? I'm not asking you, Gary, of course, because I know what you're going to say. Let me fix my towel. See, I feel like I'm falling apart. Towel's going, it's a bit like myself. Okay. Now, one of my favorite tricks, if you need it, is to mist between each layers. So keeping the skin damp means the products sink in better, and it just keeps stacking hydration. It's like mist serum, mist cream. You get the drift. It's like giving my skin little extra drinks of water over and over again. I didn't need it today because all I was using was super hydrating products, but if I wasn't, that's what I would do. Okay, next is this. It's the hair. Now, hair is a conundrum when you feel awful, because to make it look really good could translate into feeling really good. I'm telling you, that shit works. When I have a bob, when my hair is to here, right? Or even here, but my hair is down to here. So you can't even probably see my hand right there, in fairness. That's where my hair goes to. Because when you have long hair, it's a process. And I love nothing more than my Dyson Airstraight because it just gives me the perfect hairdo every time. It makes my hair last multiple days, but it takes time. Do I look like a gal who wants to spend 15 to 20 minutes blow drying her hair right now? I do not. So what I'm going to do is just leave it up in this towel for as long as possible just to let it dry even more. And then I'm going to figure it out. So that leads us on to makeup. And in this instance, I would consider this emergency makeup. There's sort of a quick version and a longer version. The quick one is just a dab of concealer in a few places, maybe a pop of blush and some lip balm, and you're done. But for work days, like when I have meetings, like today, I need to do a tad more. I do want to use a complexion product, but I don't want anything flat because I'm feeling very flat, or too heavy because I just don't want to cover things up. So for me, a lightweight skin tint or a skin serum is absolutely perfect. So I'm going with Hydra Tint by Sculpted by Amy. This is in the color 4.0, which might be a little bit light, but let's see how it goes. I like this because it just evens everything out without being too much. It's very lightweight. As you can see, it just covers up. I do have a bit of redness in the middle of my face, particularly when I'm feeling overheated, which is what I'm feeling now. Feverish, that kind of fun stuff. So this just helps me to even everything out. I'm actually even going to put it on my eyelids because I carry a lot of redness there. And I'm not going to do massive eye makeup situation today because I can't be bothered. So I used even like a quarter of a pump, and I'm focusing on the middle of my face. And you guys, I'm telling you, that's that's about all she wrote. But you see, the finish on that, the finish is just dewy, and it makes me look alive. God, the tiniest bit of makeup. This is such a good makeup. It is definitely in my top 5 of all time. And I think I need a coffee break. I should be having a Lemsip right now, but anyway. And yes, I'm a Trekkie. And no, I'm not embarrassed about it. I think Gary thinks I should be.
No.
Okay, I don't have any dark circles, so I'm not going to do any kind of concealer, but I am going to reach for my trusted under eye brightening corrector by Becca. I have used this for years, and in fact, I think I've had the same one for years. I should probably buy a new one. And I find that just a tiny bit, where is my teeny tiny brush? The tiniest bit goes the longest way. So I generally put it right in the corner of my eyes, and then I just dab it in. And a little bit across. And maybe a tiny bit on the corner where I can have a bit of darkness. Do you see the difference that makes? So it's like a full night's sleep in a jar. It fakes me. It fakes me. Better already. See, when you look better, you feel better. There is a magic to it. Works wonders. I am definitely skipping any bronzing, any contouring, anything like that. But damn, a bit of blush goes a long way for breathing life into my face. This is Pixie's On the Glow blush in the color Juicy. And it is exactly what I need right now because it's sort of like this little ray of sunshine, which I need to give to my face. So I'm only using the tiniest bit. And I always focus it sort of here and up because my ass is old and I don't want to drag anything down. So it's just a tiny, tiny bit. And that is pretty much it. Do I have a bit of redness there? I look like I got bitten by something. I don't know. And sometimes it can look a little heavy if you put too much on. I go back in with my little foundation brush and just blend it in the edge. That is it. Here and up. Now, as I said, I carry a lot of redness in my eyelids. So I am going to put a tiny bit more there just to open it up, right? So this is the Wet n Wild Color Icon palette, and it has been my go-to forever. I think it cost about 12 bucks. In fact, I think this is my second one because I would go through a few of the colors so much. And it's a nice combination of shimmers and mattes, and it just works a treat. And the freaking case is broken. I swear it came out of the packet broken. Look at that. That's like so annoying. Anyway, so I'm going to use this light shimmer shade. Where is it? I'm going to use this light shimmer shade right here. Usually I would go and do a crease, but I just can't. I don't care. I don't care today. So I'm just going to dab a little bit of this on, if I can get it on my finger, just to lighten that up. I'm not even trying to do eye makeup. I'm trying to not look dead. As I mentioned, it's emergency makeup and nothing more. Right, okay. Again, brighter, alive, awake. Okay, next up is actually my secret weapon. This is either a nude or like a peachy eyeliner, and I use that on the waterline just to lighten everything up. Now, I don't wear eyeliner, very seldom do I, but often I need this little trick if I need a lift. So this one is by Sculpted by Amy, the same brand I used on the complexion. I think it's called their eyeliner duo because it has two sides. It has a brown on one and it has the nude on the other. But by putting this just in my waterline, it's the funniest thing. It's like, once you see people doing this, then you start to notice it. You know, it's so incredibly subtle that it's not even generally worth mentioning. But it just makes the whites of my eyes whiter and therefore, in turn, makes me look more awake. When I don't feel well, this is what I do. Boom. That's all I got to say. Like, to put anything dark under my eyes right now would just probably make me look dead. It would drag me down. But like that little bit between the under eye brightener and this little pencil guy, like everything is lighter and I look more awake. Gosh, it's just so good. It's so good. Then I will do the lightest brush of mascara to open my eyes a bit. I will never put on a mascara without a lash curler. Just ever. Doesn't matter how sick I am. And this is the Tilt mascara that I have been using pretty much every day. I think it's called Lashscape, and I wish they had it in more colors. It only comes in black. I'm a brown girl, or a maroon, or a blue. I don't really like black, but they actually sent this to me, and I freaking love it. It's an ergonomic brand, and it's a refill brand. They only have a few products out, but they're just fantastic. And I really only need one swipe. It can be a little tiny bit clumpy, I'm not gonna lie. So I generally keep a spoolie nearby, just in case. But look, it comes off with the finger. Okay, and then last, but certainly not least, is a lip balm. Now, I've chosen a different one today. This one is by Catrice. It's called the Care in Colors, and mine is in the color 04 Hot Take. Now, my general go-to is Kiko, but it's more of a neutral color. It's kind of more in the browns. And what I really need is a bit of life. So this is more of a red. It just makes me look more alive. And I get this at my local drugstore and it's less than €5. It's really, really hydrating when it goes on. Like, it's perfect. But after about, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes, it starts to dry out a little bit. So I have one at work, I have one here. I kind of have these all over the place too. Okay, so what do we think? Is that a bit better? Do I look more alive? I notice my husband says nothing. He's not awake either. Trust me. He didn't want to be sitting over there. And now I have to tackle the hair. Now, it should be a lot drier now. So I'm just going to give it a blast with a hair dryer and see how it ends up. Okay, which is what I'm going to do now. So, okay, not so bad. I can live with it. It still took far too long. I think I need to chop all my hair off. But anyway, and I just want to give a little shout out to this hair dryer. This is by Zuvi. And I absolutely love it. Like the Dyson Airstraight is number one, but if I just have to blast, I go for this guy because it uses light instead of heat to dry the hair. So it's so much kinder. But that still took too long, in my opinion. And I'm hot. Now, I hadn't intended to put any powder on my face just to keep the dewiness, but I'm sweating because I'm feverish and I just blow dry my hair for far too long. So guys, that's it. This is my tried and true formula and it works every time. I am looking so much better than I feel, and that's the name of the game. So tell me, do you have any pick-me-ups when you need to fake it till you make it? Please share them in the comments below. I am always looking for new little saviors. Thank you so much for joining us here today, and we'll see you at the next one. Bye. Give me the power of words.
Speak.
Bestow upon me the ability.
I don't think you need that new power.
I need it today.